I, John Madden, Majo John Madden, in my hotel room at the Hampton Inn in Victoria, Ciudad Victoria, Tamaulipas State, Mexico. And it's Monday the 3rd, pretty sure, of April. And March 3 weeks I've been in Mexico. Crossed over on March 13th, which is a really big deal to me. I've dreamed and planned towards living in Mexico for many years, and then spent 10 months right up against the Rio Grande border in the Rio Grande Valley of South Texas, plotting how to get across because I have expired plates on my camper van and cannot get them fixed without going back to North Carolina and straightening out a couple of moving violations that I had when I left that area, unbeknownst to me. One of them I knew, but the other one I had never even gotten a citation on. But we made it, and there's a whole story about that. So I have been deliriously happy in Mexico, and also quite challenged, language challenged, culture challenged, money challenged, car broke down, PayPal card, the strip is shot, I've got no pesos. It's been a wild time. But in and through all of it, I've been super happy. After just 2 hours of sleep last night, I think it's like 3:30 in the morning now, I woke up, and one of the ways I keep myself whole and healthy is dancing. It has been true since I was in like 7th grade, which would have been around 1959, something like that. And I came out of a pretty sterile Irish Catholic upbringing, but early rock and roll music saved my soul, and that's been a thread my whole life. Is I just took a whole lot of notes of telling my life story through the lens of what music I was listening to and who I was dancing with. And I've been influenced by some spectacular dancers over the years, and at various times have had a dance posse that I would hang out with and push each other to the limits dance-wise. My dog Magic over there is at the corner of the bed. He's an awesome dog, and at 2 years old, he's turned into a very peaceful, amazingly peaceful dog if he gets lots of exercise and lots of time off leash. Now, it's the middle of the night, and he's not going to be crazy because I'm about to play 4 or 5 songs and dance here. He won't love that, but he'll endure it. So, as I was telling the story, writing all those notes about me as a dancer, a real seminal point was in grad school. Grad school was an especially stressful time. We were student radicals, and we fought our faculty the whole time. Oh my God, it was bloody. And we took care of each other. We became quite a tight little posse, and we partied together and danced together a lot. And right in the middle of that, one of my buddies, there were 10 of us in my clinical psychology PhD program, a fabulous guy named Jim, gorgeous biracial guy, who I don't remember ever dating. And part of the amazing changes I've gone through in the last 4 years was that I came out as bisexual. Had known for a long time that I had that potential. I'm mostly oriented towards women, but I knew I had the potential. And by some chain of events, I got the courage to come out. And it was very liberating. I still haven't had a gay experience ever in my life, but in the last 3 years of nonstop travel, I've come close a couple times. And I bet it will happen eventually. But on the road, in my first year of travel, one day when I was dancing, I thought about Jim, who, one of the most tender things a man has ever done with me in my life was, I was married and like 23 or something. He was about the same age. At his apartment, he put headphones on me and said, stretch out on the big sofa here and listen to this music and see what it does for you. And he introduced me to Van Morrison, who has turned out to be one of my main musical muses. A tormented artist, Irish guy like me. And I just was reading the Spotify discography of him, where they call him one of the most unique voices in popular music of the modern age. And he is. He does all kinds of things, but one of the most black-infused white men ever. And I am also, that's part of what we share. And so I got to thinking about Jim. He played a Van Morrison song called Caravan, which I'm not going to play now because it's not really a great dance song. But so one of the songs I'm going to play is Van Morrison, Wild Night, which when I finally got the courage to leave my marriage, which was a terrible 10-year marriage, the first New Year's Eve, we broke up, I guess, in October or November. And New Year's Eve, I got up my courage. I was going to go out to a club. By God, I wasn't dating anybody or anything, but I was going to go out to a club. And this song by Van Morrison is pitched to the wild side of people and me. So I danced to that song and then went out to this club and had a horrid time. And half an hour later, I went home and cried myself to sleep. It was such a disaster. But that song I love. And just 2 years ago on the road, I discovered his song called Bulbs, which rocks intensely hard. It's a really challenging dance song. You got to really go for it. So I'll probably, I'll close out with one of those two songs. So me and Van Morrison, and I'm going to set up, now how do I do this? This is my iPhone. I've got two iPhones, one of which has a phone signal and the other of which just does video and stuff like that. So where's the one with the phone signal? Oh boy, this is klutzy. Because that's got my Spotify and that's going to play my music. I bet I dragged it to the bathroom. Hang with me. This is appropriately imperfect. It's very candid, very unscripted. Where is the other phone? If I had my Apple Watch on, I could ping it and find it. This room is a pretty nice room. The hotel is really quite an extraordinarily nice hotel. But one of the things is the lighting is not great. This whole section over here has got no real light. So, where's that phone? I hate to just have to start all over, do this all over again. There it is. Okay, now we're good. Hang with me if you want to, or don't. It's up to you. You don't have to. Okay, so Van Morrison dance tracks. This is a song that I discovered a bunch of years ago. Before I woke up, I had a big spiritual experience just a little over 3 years ago that I call waking up. This was before that, but it's the happiest Van Morrison song that I know.
Darling, you put
So I just made an executive decision to cut it back to 3 songs to be a little merciful to that poor dog and any neighbors I might have, although the hotel is pretty empty tonight. So we'll just do that song and Wild Night and then close out with Bulbs. This is a badass song. Stand before the mirror.
And you call me hell, grab your coat and laugh. And you walk West Street trying to remember all the wine that breathes in your very ever. And everything's so complete when you're walking out on the street and the wind catches your feet. Sends you flying, it's calling.
Whoa. Whew. Winded. So, do I have anything left in me for Bulbs? Bulbs rocks really hard. It's got a very slow start, so that'll help. But then it's gonna kill me. Let's see. Let's do it. Really slow start.
Kicking off from center field. Question of being down before the game. One shot deal don't matter. And the other one's the same.
Feel it? Here it comes.
Oh, my friend, I see.
That piano. Here it comes.
Want you to come through. Alright. And I'm standing in the shadows. Well, the street lights. vacation. I said, brothers and sisters, out on Atlantic side. Oh yeah, hit it. Screaming through the alleyway. I never know that crowd I can get. And the batteries are rolling, and the honey bun bubble just flew. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Just a hang out kind of restless thing.
Woo! Hang in there, John. Do it.
Your weekend, they'll get
Do it, do it. Almost done.
I ate it with a stick and keystone. And I'm taking out too much juice. Double downside, hey, double downside. That's the nature of the prison. And all you gotta remember, after all, it's all showbiz. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. Hey 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 hey, la 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 la, hey, la 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 la. Well, just screaming, screaming away. I heard the lonely crowd watching, and the staring and shout. Chanel streetlights, one turn blue, and they're standing in the shadow. One streetlights, one turn blue, red standing in the shadow. Now one streetlights, one turn blue. Hey, hey.
Oh, God. Woo! You were there for Majo's heart attack. So now I'm going to spend some time apologizing to this poor dog who hung in there. And you hung in there too, maybe 21 minutes. You probably did not.